Hi guys, today I'm doing a video request. It's something that I done many years ago, possibly even 3 years ago, but someone wanted to know how I made them, so I thought I'd put on a video. Very easy to do, but I'll show you the way that I do it. I don't think there's any correct way of doing it, but this is the way I do it. So what it is for is some handmade beads. Okay, so I'll show you what the beads look like. I don't know if I'm going to get that there for a minute and then lift them up. So what I've used on these butterflies is some packaging. I think this packaging years ago was off of like, what was that off of? I think it was a Gorgeous Girl packet, and I really like the purple colours in it. And all I've done is Mod Podged, sparkled it afterwards. So, and this one here, I believe was off of a chow mein packet, but it had different colours in, you see, so I liked it, so I've redone it. And this one was off of an Aunt Bessie's apple pie. I mean, this is how far you're going back, because I've got diabetes now and I can't even eat apple pie because of all the sugar, but about 3 years ago. And this one, I believe, was off of something like chicken dippers or chicken nuggets or something. Yeah, there's a bit on the back as well. So, yeah, so you upcycle basically your packaging. And this one was the same, but it's a different shape. They're nice and thick on the side. So today we'll be doing a butterfly, because I couldn't find this actual die for the heart, because I've got so many, not dies, punches, and I haven't played with my punches for years. I mean, I've had this for nearly 4 years. I'm just hoping it's going to work. And then I'm going to be showing you some of the, yeah, I'll show you some of these now. These are some of the handmade beads. So you've got like your normal regular shape, long shape, but it's like that. And this one was decorated with just normal paper. You've got to make sure your paper's like quite thick. It's not very thin card. And also I put on, you know, the nail tape. Look, you can see it on there. This is a holographic silver one. The nail tape that you put on your nails. Well, I had so much of that I started to use that. And these ones are just paper. That one's come out nice, isn't it? Let's see. And that one, was that red to start with? Yeah, it was. This one has got on it, you see how lovely that is, the colour. Now that one was just decorated the same way as one of these ones, but, and let me show you, I'm just going to take this off, because I've got many, look. These are all my handmade beads, and they've been sitting in there for years. Now, to make the really sparkly ones, you'll need some of these things, which are the nail art transfer foils, plus the glue, plus the little stick, because afterwards you just rub that all on, let the glue set until it's tacky, and then rub your foil on. And some of them are really pretty, like this one. I think this is the same, isn't it? I think so. So I think this is the same as this, which I'm going to show you. I'm not going to get it all out. Look, isn't that beautiful? It's like a starburst. It says tie-dye surprise. So that's what you do. You just make your bead, allow it to dry, put this on, and then you coat it with clear or glitter Mod Podge, whatever you've got, or any sort of varnish after that are dry quick. So I can't remember what sizes. All I remember doing, because this was years ago I done this, was using some basic card. So here I've got 3 pieces of scrap card, and I picked out one that was raised embossed, and it's sort of glittery. It's from an old paper pad. That's an A6. This is also an A6, and this is shimmery, and I thought that was pretty still. And then I think this was out of a Poundland book, A5 size. So I've just picked out a plain, a shimmery, and glittery. So they're the papers I'll be using today. Now for the butterflies, you will need some of this card, this grey board, but not too thick, because you need to punch it. You can go thicker if you need to die cut, if you've got like a butterfly die cut, but I think this is the actual thin card that I used. It's like what you get at the end of paper pads or that. Also, you will need a pencil and a ruler and a prison shank. No, seriously, I needed to say that. So now I'm shaking the table. It's not a prison shank, it's something that I've made up that helps me with bead rolling. Sorry guys. Right, so how have I made this? Right, it's 2 kebab skewers, you know, the kebab sticks. Okay, it's the long ones, they come to about here. Washi tape, and just keep rolling it out and rolling it until you've got the 2 together on there, like that. You can actually buy these bead rollers, but they're about £7-8. I've got my own style, and I've thickened the handle up to my own length. So yeah, you will need one of these prison shanks, as I call it. And okay, let's get on with this. Nothing's planned. Nothing was arranged. I just put everything on the table and thought, right, let's just get on and do it. So I think what we'll do first is we'll do a long bead, and I'm hoping this works because I can't for the life remember how to do this properly. Right, I'm sure I just run this through my paper trimmer before. I never actually drew a line or anything, which is a lot easier. You don't need to measure anything, you just need to go from that corner up to there. That's all. And how big you want your bead is to here, this bit here. So I'm going to go sort of to there, because that's going to be quite big. And I'm going to just take that down to there like that. And then I've got the smallest pair of scissors available. And I'm just going to cut that piece out. Doesn't matter how even it is. I couldn't have got a pair of smaller scissors if I tried. Right, let's just cut that down. There we go, there's one piece off. And then you just do that if you want to use this again, because it's like that. Then you just take it the other way the next time you use it. So you go that side. and then you go that side, then you go that side, then right till the end. Okay, so that's how that works. Right, now the long piece. Okay, now I'm just going to make a little lip on it, because you don't want the whole. Some of my beads have got the hole that are too big on them, but you can't really do much about that. Hang on, let me bend that right down. Put this on. Right, and then just wrap it around. Right. I've actually got glue on the table. Right, I'm just going to keep wrapping it. See, it's easier like this. Right, I don't know. Right, okay. That's come out like that. Right, I don't know where my end is. Let me just... Oh, now I've found my end. Right, get some glue and try and get the top off. And just put yourself a dab of glue, if it'll work, if your glue will work. Which is annoying when you try and do something like this, when the glue doesn't want to come out and you haven't got any more glue around you. Lucky I've got a pokey tool on the table. I don't think that's gone down far enough. Probably won't come out. There we go. Just a touch of glue. Now, we need to press that into the middle, like that. Turn it if you have to tighten it. Now, there was a way I got this to come out a bit, I think just by hand. There we go. I've made a tiny little one. I think the others I done by 12 by 12 paper and gone down with the ruler. I'm sure of it, because this has come out tiny. But that's alright, we can still use that. It's still usable. There's the one I've just made. What I'm going to do is try a bigger one. See, because I can't remember the size of the paper, so this is just trial and error. I've just put this on the table. So I'm going to cut a piece of this now. And I'm going to do a big bead. Yeah, I'm going to try it. I like trying things, and I can't remember sizes because I never writ it down anywhere. So we're going to just try this. Doesn't matter how you're hacking the paper off neither. Right, so there's me bit. Okay, I'll do it this way round. So we'll just do a little lip end on it. We'll stick this back on here, and then we're going to wrap. This is thicker paper, so it takes a minute just to get it on there. Oh, that's it, yeah. And then wrap it so you're going upwards on the stick. That's how I've done the other one. Yeah, I remember now. Like that. You're going to get a bigger hole though. The thicker the paper, the bigger the hole as well. And the bigger the paper, the bigger the hole. Right, let me just try and get this round here. I'm doing it as fast as I can. Right, move that down. Right. Right, let me just get some glue. And then you just shape it when it comes off. Now I've got a handful of glue. It's not even on the thing, but I need to put this glue top on because this glue doesn't work otherwise after a couple of minutes. Right, and then take that off, and then how did I shape it? That's right, I took that down into the middle while it was still on, and then you might have a little end bit pop up. Just cut it off, or just do that. That's it. and then just drag that bit into the centre. See, the end bit was down here, and I just dragged it into the centre like that, and it gives that sort of this sort of cone both end shape, if you know what I mean. So this is the one I've just done. There. Oh, sorry, I'm all over the place. So that's how it comes out, like that. But your hole is quite big, but they're okay for things like bookmarks, on journals, things like that, you know, because you've got a great big hole there. Unless you put a bead, you're going to need about probably a 6mm, 4mm bead to cover that if you was to have it on an earring or something. So you can just Mod Podge that straight over and use it. Or, as I said, if you don't like it like that, you get your nail glue, stick some of that on, wait, do it the same way as you do your nails with the foils. Put your glue on, wait for it to dry, just do one side at a time, wait for it to dry a bit so it's tacky, then stick your nail transfer on, then rub it all over once you've got your foil on there, all into them little grooves as well. Take it off, make sure it's done on that side you like, and then do your glue again, your foil, and then just rub it down until you've got enough coverage like this one all over. And this was done on a dark purple bead, so you could see that actual, you know, that foil coming through. Okay, so that's all you have to do with these ones. They're easy. If you want to do a plain shape like that, you just keep it in one direction of rolling it, like you would a toilet roll, basically, on your prison shank, and then, you know, just do it, turn it. With, as I said, with these ones, what you do is you turn it, you get this sort of thing one end and not the other, but when it's finished and it's coming off, you take the bit that you started with, the end bit here, into the middle, then you get this cone this side as well. Where are you? Sorry. So you start, let me say that again because I'm up there, aren't I? So you start with this sort of shape, then as you're rolling it, you haven't got this shape this side, you've only got it so it looks like that, okay? Then when you glue this last piece down, you pull that into the middle, and then it comes out this shape at the end. So then you've got the two cone either side, these two cone shapes. It's just that simple. Now, you can use your foils. I've got many different colours here. Many different ones. There's a project and I've put in the foils on though, and that's a little bead I made today, but I didn't pull it down far enough, so you can do it, you can still do it a bit, you can bring it out. I don't know where the other one's gone, I just made them two. So look, there's the two I've just made, okay? So it's just practice, but do this, use an old washi tape that you don't like or something, make sure it's really patly fixed so it fits nicely in your hand, because it makes your hand sore after a while, keep rolling and rolling, so you want a nice thick handle on there, you know. And these two, you don't have to be rough with them. This has lasted me for nearly 4 years, 3 years, so it's still ongoing. Right, now we're going to try the other way. Right, so you want to punch, So I'm going to do the paper first. Back again, guys. Sorry, my punch wouldn't work. It is years old and it wouldn't go through. I'm sure that it's not the same one I done these beads with. I think this was a Stampin' Up one I had. I don't know where that is, what's happened to it. I might have given it away or something, I don't know. But what I've done is I've found a die, and I've cut out a back and a front out of a piece of paper. Cut a back and a front out, which are these two. Okay, so it looks like this. Okay, now these have got the what are they called, the antennas on. I'm gonna trim them off because they get in the way of bead making and they annoy me. So I've had the grey board, which is only thin board, and I've cut 4 of those out. You can use this after just a stencil onto something, you know, and then use it as a stencil. Right, so I've cut 4 of these out. So what I want to do is glue these together into 2s first of all. Just stick a bit of glue on. Don't have to be perfect. I don't know how long this... Right, how long this is going to film for, because I've already done the first half. Right, okay, let's just make sure they're together. Right, it's easier to do them into the 2 first. Yeah, I want to chop that off in a minute. Don't like working fast, but I've got to in case my camera cuts off. Right, okay, we put them on like that. Make sure they're squeezed together like that. See what I mean about the things at the top? Right, they're coming off now. Lucky enough I had a small pair of scissors. Right, I'm just going to lob them off. Don't want them on there. And I'm going to lob them off of there as well. Trying to get in there. See, you need a die or a punch, well, a punch, yeah, and a punch that's solid background, not ornate, if you know what I mean, not see-through. So you need a good solid one. I mean, this is probably going to be a bit big anyway. Right, so what you want to do now is, I don't know if I've got, I might have to go and run and get some other scissors. So just glue these 2 together now. I'll put a nice dollop of glue on there. Right, put these ones together. Yeah, you can sit there and do them individually, that's fine, but it's lining them up. If you do them into 2s, I found it's easier, and then you just line them 2 and then them 2 up, and then it's done. Right, annoying me that top bit now, but then it doesn't matter because it's coming off. Right, I don't think I've got the right scissors. I will need a large pair of scissors to cut through this. Right, give me a second, guys. What we want to do now is we want to cut out, we want to cut this middle part out here. I'll show you in a minute. So we've got the wings. Just lob that out. There we go. So we've taken this part out of it. Just make sure that's still all together, and that one. So we've got them like this. Okay. Now what we do now is we're going to glue our front and our back on. So we've got a little space in between for the metal finding to go in for our beads. you know. Right, so we need to line this up and get it the right sides. Like so. I should have used better card than this. This is very papery. Very papery. I should have got something a bit better to do the fronts. But as we're sort of on a time budget here, I'm going to try. I'll probably glued this around the wrong way, but if I have, I have. Oh, right, let me try and get that in. And then you want to line it up. Fiddly, but it's effective. Right, that's lined up. Right, that side is going on like that. Glue on there. Make sure I get it all around. Now you can use any Mod Podge after to seal it. I don't use Mod Podge a lot, and as I said, I haven't done this project for many years, and I'm just trying to remember how I done it, you know, but I'm getting there. But as I said, my punch didn't work. You can leave them on, but I should have cut the other one off, and I can't get in with them scissors. Let's just chop that off, lob it off. While that's on there like that, I'll lob it off because it's going to be harder to cut. Right, you can always put something on if you want. Right, so I'm going to glue this round on here. Make sure them ends are done. Right, I don't like these glues that have got these tags on them, you know, these tops that are on the side. They get in my way so much. Right, let me stick that glue top back on and get this paper on. Now, if your paper, like mine, is not very thick and you find it so flimsy, cut another piece out of each side and then stick it on the top. But once it's varnished anyway, it should be fine. Just want to get that bit in there. Right, so there's your bead. And when that's dry, it'll be stable. And then you've got your bead, see? I don't know if you can see that. Need something. I'm going to use this bread bead so you can see right. Well, you probably can't like that. There, look, see. So you've got an opening in the middle, goes right the way through. Now, like this one, it's quite flimsy in this part here. So what I would do is add another layer on the top of both sides. Now, this side is very pretty, and I like that. So all you do now is you coat it with your Mod Podge or your clear varnish, leave it to dry, and then recoat it the other side and use it as a bead. Or you can have it as a bag charm, a book charm, book journal charm. Really pretty. I couldn't find a butterfly die that was smaller, but this is effective anyway. And you can make jewellery, you can make earrings like that, you can make bookmarks like that, the dangles, any sort of dangly things. You can make a pendant, you can use it as a pendant on your necklace. You know, you can have it as a wrist thing. If it was a smaller die, you could have it as a ring. You can use it as a hair bow. Oh, sorry, I'm a bit shaky today. You can have it as on your handbag. You can put two on your shoes if you want. I don't know, hair clips, anything. But let me show you the thickness. Hang on a second, I'm just making sure. And there's Bailey. Right. See, it's nice and thick, layered up, so it's nice and thick. Glue's still drying. Better to keep pressing it because it sort of, it goes from flat and then it starts going up like that. So just press it out here and there until it's basically dry. But don't over wet with your glue, but make sure you get all these little tiny corner bits so it's absolutely perfectly lined up and glued down properly. As I said, I've lobbed them antenna things off because I want my pin to go straight in there, you know, to hang it. So I don't want them in the way, and they're a nuisance to try and glue onto the cardboard as well. So that's the way I do those ones, and I've shown you how I've done the other ones. So I'm hoping this will be helpful for any of you. And yeah, they're really fun to make out of, to use your scraps up basically, and that. Really fun project to make. You can put them on your pocket letters, your ATC cards, wallets, send them in Happy Mail to friends. You could do them, put them as fridge magnets even. You can put someone's name there, say someone's name's Alicia, you can put their name on there. It's so versatile, you can do everything with them, you know. You can ink round the edges to give it a more dimensional look, and then seal it. You can actually do whatever. You can put your paint splodges on there, and you could colorise them yourself. But if you, as I said, if your paper's thin like mine, in the middle, because you've used outer paper that's very thin, do your outer paper twice or 3 times even to thicken it up a bit. So you can't go wrong doing this project. It's very easy to do. You just need the right paper, you need your card. Now this card stuff is like on the back of paper pads you get. You know, it's not very strong, but once it's layered up into like 4 or 3 pieces, it becomes a lot sturdier and stronger. So yeah, there's that. And where was the beads that we've done today? There's the little beads I've made today. I haven't put any foil on them beads, but I probably will on this darker one, just to foil up a bit. But I hope this is of some help to you, and I've managed to remember how to do them. Okay, but these you can do any shapes you want. You don't have to do butterflies. You can do, as long as they're smallish, solid shapes, dies or punches, paper punches, then use them. If you make any, let me know, tag me in, show me, I'd love to see. So yeah, okay then, bye for now guys, bye.